Hey serverless friends. Today I'd like to show you a web application that I've built recently. It's an online collaborative tool called Agile Flush. And you can use it with your Scrum team to do Scrum planning or poker planning. And I know that people either like to do planning poker and story points and estimations, or people really despise it. But I think either side can enjoy using Agile Flush. So let's go to the website. Here we go. So it's agileflush.ably.dev. And the idea is that the whole team starts their regular online planning session with their communication tool of choice. But in addition, they go to agileflush.ably.dev. And the first person that arrives here will start a session. So let's do that now right away. So this session is now active, and the URL has been extended with a session ID. And the URL is also copied to the clipboard already. So the idea is that the first person that starts a session will now share this URL with the rest of the team. So let me use another browser window to simulate that I'm someone else now. So currently there are 2 participants now who can do a voting session. So you can discuss the story, and at a certain moment you can put in your votes. So let me click 1 here and let me click 2 here. So people put in their votes, and as soon as everyone's done, one person can click the show votes button. So let's do that. And that will trigger showing the votes underneath the cards. And notice that showing hiding votes doesn't only show high votes for my client, but that is triggered for all clients. Right. So once you've done with estimating this story and you've talked about the final result, you can actually flush the votes, which will reset everything to the initial state. You can talk about another story. So let's do that as well. So I'm not sure if that was audible, but if not, you should definitely press the flush votes button and have your sound on. So also this action is then triggered across all connected clients. Right, and that's all there is to it. So it's a quite simple, small application, but I think it's still practical enough to be used. So let's have a look at the GitHub repo now, because this is all built in open source. So here we go. So it's available in the Ably Labs organization under the Agile Flush Vue app. And it's in Ably Labs because I've recently started as a developer advocate at Ably. And creating this project was part of my onboarding process. So I was asked to build something with Ably, with Azure, and with a JavaScript framework. And I wanted to build something fun, but also still practical, and that resulted in Agile Flush. So if we quickly look at the tech stack that is used. So here we go. So we can see that the application itself is hosted in Azure Static Web Apps. And I'm using Vue.js as the front-end framework. And I'm using a Node.js Azure function. And that Azure function is used to authenticate to Ably. So once the authentication is done and we have a connection with Ably, then all of the interactions that are done inside the Vue app are synchronized via a channel, via an Ably channel. So whatever happens in the Vue application, I click a voting card or I press the flush votes button. For all of these interactions, a message is published to this channel, and all of the other clients which are subscribed to that same channel receive that message, and then the application handles those messages and synchronizes the state. So for me, this was a very nice learning experience because it was the first time I was really using Azure Static Web Apps for something serious. It was also the first time for me using Vue.js, which I quite enjoyed. And it was, of course, the first time that I was using Ably. And Ably is used to create online experiences. And it offers a great deal of SDKs. So in this case, I was using the JavaScript SDK. And it really helps you create real-time experiences. So what I'm asking of you now is, please have a look at this repo. You can build it yourself, you can run it yourself. I've put in quite some instructions how you can run it locally, or you can run it using GitHub code spaces. Let me know what you think of it, and feel free to fork this and just maybe make some adjustments on it. Maybe you want to put in a coffee cart, or maybe you want to do t-shirt sizing instead of points. So feel free to make these changes and let me know what you've made it. And I think I'm using the free tier of Ably and also the free tier of Azure Static Web Apps. So, and you can do the same, right? So you can have your own online collaborative tool running in the cloud for free. So until next time, bye-bye.